All right. Hey, good morning, folks. We're going to do some Eberron artwork for the adventure that we're publishing on DMsGuild. Give me a hot second here to check my signal, make sure that we're coming through clear. I'm going to go through my quick intro, and then we're going to get to work here for maybe like around 90 minutes, maybe a little less. We'll find out. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Bring down that volume. That should be good to go. And give me a second here. I just got to do a couple posts. So let me distract you. Hey, my name is Phil Kearney. I create role-playing games. I illustrate them. I publish them online. And like I said, we're creating content for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. I've been a DM since 1987, a freelance illustrator since 1999, a Eberron enthusiast since 2004, and I've been producing content for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition on the DMsGuild since 2018, but I haven't done anything for Eberron yet. It's my favorite campaign setting in D&D. So all my homebrew worlds, all my homebrew campaigns run through Eberron. I run a campaign from level 1 to 20 in about 270 hours. I've completed 4 campaigns in 5e since 2016 when I started playing. And they've all started or ended in Eberron one way or another. So, but I haven't actually created any content for Eberron at all. So this adventure is my effort to do so. Just to wrap up summary here. If you think today is cool, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications of when we're live in the future. Down here in the description is the full playlist of all 474 episodes of us building out all the maps, tokens, illustrations, page layouts, etc. for this adventure. Here's a bunch of books I've already created that are on the DMsGuild. All my books have 100% free preview. This adventure will too, just to be consistent. So if you think today's cool, check it out. Stick around. I'm here 9 times per week. And we made this book cover around episode 40. You can check that out. And so we're doing page layouts today. And, well, hey, Omni, how you doing? Yeah, a long time no see, my dude. I created this channel to demonstrate to those that don't know all that goes into making PDFs or just supplements in general for role-playing games. And I gotta say, adventures are the most complicated things like ever. So just to re-indoctrinate folks, if they've been inoculated in my insanity since last visiting, if you're looking at this full screen, you'll see on the this is a 16 by 9 format. See how this document fills that space when you full screen it. If you're using a device like this, like your phone or a tablet, it'll fill that 16 by 9 space. I use a 32-inch Acer production monitor. It's a really nice piece of machinery. 16 by 9 format, and each column individually is also a 16 by 9 format if you hold it in the vertical position. So the idea here is that whether you're on a table, whether you're digital on virtual tabletops playing, or you're in meat space with a DM screen, you could use a tablet. Either way, for you to be able to flip through the adventure easily, it's a 12-point font base text. So it's absolutely huge text, and it allows a ton of space. We've organized it so each column is a complete thought unto itself, so you can literally go through the adventure column by column. And we have this done, this framework here. We'll have navigation buttons that'll take you to each of the dungeons or sections of the adventure, and then the appendices here at the end. But yeah, so that's what we're working on. Dude, you don't owe me anything. I owe you entertainment. That's why you show up. No one owes me shit. If any shred of success I have is because somehow I have earned either your presence or your investment of time or money or whatever it is that you do. Decide you do it because you think that the channel is worth it, and that is in no way saying or guilting at you that you don't think that my shit is worth it. It is just strictly down to, like, I'm showing up to do this thing because I'm compelled to do this no matter what. I have to do this. There's a muse that lives in my head, and she drives a signal through me of production. Produce, produce, and it does not stop. So I just decided to spend that time here on stream so that I wouldn't be so crushingly lonely, because doing artwork, a production process, writing, all of it, it's solo activity. Even if you're working as part of a group, your effort is yours alone, and it is soul crushing. So I just decided to stream so that I would have an opportunity to not like pretend that I'm not so lonely while I'm doing this, but B, also just be able to have the opportunity to share with people all the stuff that goes into the process of making RPGs in the first place. So never feel guilty about coming and going. It is your time. It is your world. You are to live your life the best way that you can. And if that ever includes me, then I'm happy to be here with you. So cheers, man. You don't owe me shit. Sorry, that was kind of rambly. But we already created these spaces before. Basically, what we're doing right now is we're just updating these map spaces, because we just spent the last few days getting ourselves basically locking down what this art creative is supposed to actually look like. So these this village map is like technically, quote unquote, finally completed. So I'm basically just having to go through and update stuff like here's how this one looked before, and we updated it to match what the actual narrative of the story is about, like the lockbox and the constable being awoken and then dragging himself away to the to get to the commons. Yeah, we had placeholder art. Now we've actually completed it. So a lot of this process is just going through dropping chunks of map onto the page where that chunk of the map is being talked about. So let's see here. Let's disable this layer. Go to here. We're going to drop down the opacity. I'm going to grab the actual map that we need. Yeah. Let's get those lined up. I don't know how creative this episode is going to be. This is just one of the things that has to get done. And so I just decided to do it today. So let's delete that. And here. I like I had to redesign these things. So okay, so we have the lift off lid format. Paka. That's okay for the moment. Let's drop that out of the way here. Okay, so here's the village map like when you first look at it. And let me actually go down here and fix this as well. I need to add numbers and stuff. I don't think we're gonna do labels today. I think we're gonna go through and sweep through and do labels at the very end. But this is the village map before you go into any buildings. Here you come in, I will have all the dots for all the different locations. And then after you get through that, like if you want to go into each individual building, like we can lift off the lid of each individual building. They're separate illustrations that, like in a virtual tabletop, you'll have the building, you have the general map, and then each building will have its own illustration layer of the roof that you can lift off the roof and look inside what's going on, which is what we see here. Like you can see that the Commons building still has its roof over here, but we've lifted the roof off of the constabulary, because once your team comes through the door, here you are. This is what you're looking at. Say what's up. Yeah, right on, man. Thanks, Omni. It's very, very kind. I will earn my place in time, and I am in no rush. With God's grace, I will be doing this for the next 20 years. It's probably the best shot of me being happy in my retirement when I eventually get there. I'm only 50. I've got decades ahead of me, assuming that we aren't smashed by an asteroid or something. If we are, there's a decent chance I'll die here at the easel. So, cheers. We're all just trying to build to bigger, better lives together, and this is honestly, doing this is what drives me, is what wakes me up, is what challenges me every day. It's my thoughts of Rome, as it were. So I just do what feels right, and for the longest time I was just what's going on here? No. There. Let's clean up these borders a little bit. Bring that in. I like this fade effect that we've got going for the map. So what'll end up happening is I'll end up getting all the illustrations in that I want to get in, and then we'll come along here and like these dots sticking up. We're going to probably drop these things down to be flush with the actual frame, so that the text does, like, this feels like it's pinching, like it's squeezing in that space. I like this border that we have set up going on here, and I think I'll probably end up preserving that throughout the piece. So we're still figuring out how exactly. Like, I'm getting nitpicky. Those are very nitpicky details, but it's you know, when you get down to that level of nitpickiness, you're doing pretty good. I still have a number of like half-page illustrations and stuff to do, but we're just kicking through the document, eliminating pages as we go, and when we get to another gap, we resolve it, or I procrastinate, run away from it, and just deal with a different page. So this is me just closing the loop on these maps. These maps have been bothering me for a while because they've never actually been like complete. And now we're actually completing them. So I'm very, very happy about that. Like we didn't have the right gore, or it didn't have roofs in place when we were supposed to have roofs in place. Just small things like that. That feels good. So we're going to leave that be. Let's go over here and check this one out. This is all we really need to do for now. Just make sure that the mapping is good, that the outlines are good, that it's clean, that looks good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm missing something. Hold on. We're gonna go txt text. I'm gonna lock the text in place. What I need to do right now is go to another page. I'm gonna close this document just so my computer doesn't cry. And we're going to open page 1 through 7 because I have the right color sample that I want in there. Hey Fox, how you doing? Fantastic. Oh my god, it's fucking Thursday. I'll be playing Super Atomic with AJ Pickett, Wally DM, Fred Wheeler, and I don't know who else is going to jump into the mix with us, but this is the like once per every other month-ish stream, a day that we do. Oh, this is the wrong document. Hold on. Nope, not this one. I actually want... What do I want? What do you want, Kearney? What do you want? We want, not... Where'd you go, chum? Not 13 to 17, not 16. I want something in the middle. 8 something. Oh, I guess it fell off the document. Okay, cool. Well, let's just go to open. And let's see. Let's roll up to art, production, pages, 1 to 7, 8 to 12. There we go. I want 8 to 12. There, because I want these. Here's another example. I have some art space down here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that spot yet. That's something that's under consideration. is this I wanted to grab. Oh, that's why it's not doing it. There, we want to do that. There. I can drop that away. And we can reopen. 16 to 21. Just getting stuff done every day. That's all we gotta do. Just keep moving the ball forward. Eventually we get to eventually it finishes and we move on. As long as I just knock down shit that needs to get knocked down, it eventually gets done. So we're going to grab here with the text square. Basically like that. And we'll probably have to go through here and clean up the width of these things, but yeah, that's looking a little thin. Hold on, fruit transform. I'm eyeballing it right now, which is the worst way to do it, but we'll go through. We'll do another pass through and make sure all this stuff is like really locked down. Like I'll probably end up extending this into to merge with the frame, but we don't have the frame yet, so I don't have to really worry about this yet. But it will, like, getting it pin sharp will eventually be a problem that we need to resolve. But for now, I can cut. I can copy paste and drag this over to here. Put these in place. Roughly like that. Thank you, timely timer. There. Again, this will probably merge into that wall there. We'll eventually do that, but I want to block these things in just so we can have the visuals of it. I like this. I like the degrees of separation. I'm pretty happy with it overall. I think it makes it pretty. I mean, it's really easy. I've got shit vision, and this is really relaxed and easy for me to look at and read. So, I think that's probably the right way to do it. If it's easy for me to do it, it's got to be easy for you to do it. I guarantee you, my vision's worse than yours. So if these things are like I could potentially like blend these, like merge these things together. I don't know if I really want to do that or not. Probably not. Like keeping them separated into separate blocks is a good idea. But currently the background page is just flush white. So I want to make sure that I have all these things in place, all these fades in place properly, so we can start doing. We can do texture, like a wash of some sort, like a smudge background or some sort of softening effect, so it's not just a harsh white in the background. So I want to get these different text boxes in place. These are things that are read out loud. This is just notes. While exploring the village square, loud sounds like combat, shouting, and spellcasting attract undead roaming in the region. During combat, roll 1d6 at the beginning of each round. If the result is equal to or less than the number of rounds... Oh, there's a typo there. Number of rounds of spent in combat, more undead arrive. God, the typos there. Limit 1 pack per encounter. See optional encounter 1 undead pack attack above for more details. One of the random encounters that we have built in is just we have optional encounters that you may or may not use as you please. And then we can reference those options like, hey, if this happens, then go check out this optional encounter that encounter triggers. So the DM can choose to use them or not, and at your discretion as often as you please. But that's typoed as fuck. So actually, since we caught a typo, let's go do it. That is not on my editor because I've had to edit the edits to make text fit into the spaces that they have, and sometimes that requires revisions. But I'm my own. I also do editing work aside from book and design work. So what'll happen is I'll hire out an editor to chew on all my shit, and then I'll rebuild it all to fit on the pages that I need. And sometimes I have to get special with the text. Undead arrive. Loud sounds of combat. Roll 1 on 1. A pack of undead attack during combat. Roll 1d6 at the beginning of each round. Where's my typo? Rounds. Number of rounds. Good, I already got it. Go for details. Cool, I hit save. And I move on. So yeah, I can edit my own post-edit work for myself. It's just another layer of review, and it's because to make things fit in the spaces that I have, like with the amount of artwork and the amount of information I need for a page, I have to sculpt and reshape and sometimes reword things so I can like trim off a line, or I need to add a line depending on what kind of space I need to fill. So there will be occasional typos here, and these text boxes, these separate text boxes, it's difficult to pick up sometimes where the typos are at. But I'm just sweeping through and reading the document over and over. Sometimes like I'll read something and it's like that doesn't feel like it's leading you into the narrative of the page. Well, let me change that wording. So it's an ongoing work in progress. Merge down. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this page as it sits now. So it has the updated muck. We've done some page correction. Let's lock. I'm gonna put a lock on you for now for momentarily done. Like this isn't done because I have a key I need to do, and we haven't done the key yet. So I'm going through and I'm building everything out. This key is something I'm procrastinating. Just flat out, I'll just own that. This open space here, I want to put in like, this is a tree, this is a wall, this is random stuff in the room, this is the ground, these are bloody footprints, this is Mabar fungus, these are crystals, blah blah blah. I need to fill in the key here to identify what this stuff is, which is why I have this gap here. There should be plenty of space for me to do all that stuff, but I'm not doing all that stuff yet. Because I don't want to yet. Because I don't have to. That's going to be like labeling things and doing those keys is probably the last thing I'm going to do in this book. But it's I'm recognizing that it eventually needs to get done, so I leave it unlocked. So when I go through the document, when I find a page that's not locked, I know I got more stuff I need to do on that page. So my goal is to go through the document. I've broken it up into anywhere from 3 to 20 page chunks. And the more locks I put on each separate layer, each layer is a single page. Each of these folders is a separate page. And as I go through, it's like, that's in a good space. I can lock that to move on to the next piece. And once I get to a place where every single layer is locked, I know I can look at doing final review and then start fusing it all into a single PDF. That's the process. So I go through and do all this shit. So this one is, let's conceal all this stuff except for this page here. This is our text, TXT, period. Put this in place. Again, not worrying about being pixel perfect. Free transform. This takes a little bit more concentration and focus than actual freehand art, so I don't have as much just random pontification like a Phil normally would. I'm somewhat constrained on how off the cuff I can talk about just whatever comes up in my head as I do this stuff. And then we can bring this over like that. Then free transform. I think there's text. Hold on, let me catch up. Make sure I'm current with you guys. There. Oh, good. I'm up to date. Let's bring this up to here. Let's disable that layer mask and then drop the opacity here. Pixel perfect. You might want to take a click, call up Don and tell him pop the bottle because it got another hit. Hit. You want platinum? I'm who you get. Trim all that. Trim. Yep, updated bloody gore. Nice. I really like this faded edge format that we got going. It's pretty cool. Somebody disable the layer here, drop the opacity here, get this underneath it. Put the target in the center of the crosshairs and pull the trigger. Put the target in the center of the crosshairs and pull the trigger. Put the target in the center of the crosshairs and pull the trigger. I think what I like I'm a big Neon Genesis Evangelion fan. It's no secret I'm a giant robot junkie for anime. Big anime fan in general. At least the stuff from the 90s and earlier. I won't comment on current state of affairs with the anime scene because honestly I'm not too up on it anymore. I lost a lot of interest in, like, I gotta say, I think Spy X Family is probably the one anime like that, and Goblin Slayer, I think probably like in the past decade that have really just stood out and impressed me as good anime. Most of it is just kind of there's only like the I can't define it properly, but there's like the hero's path. Like Japan's hero's path is different from Western culture's hero path, which you'd expect because it's a different culture. It has a different background. They're going to draw different, like slightly different conclusions. I don't know the hero's path, like the Japanese hero's path, as well as I know Western path, but I can see the repetition and patterns inside the anime formula of how they just design stories, and because I just tire of them after a while, so I dropped out of the anime scene as a result of that. But nonetheless, I was still I think it's because I was still unaware of that repetition in the 90s when I was into anime. It was all fresh and new to me, but I've been around the block so many times at this point that it's like these aren't fresh and new to me anymore, so I've lost interest. Like, it's got to be a really, really good, there's got to be something really compelling about what's going on for me to really take interest in anything that's anime these days. So that's just my long tooth getting in the way of me enjoying a good meal. But having said all of that, Neon Genesis Evangelion, amazing series. And one of the scenes that really satisfies me is you got kids and giant robots, and they're learning how to save the world and operate these giant machines to save the world from giant demons. So cheers, but they have all this character interaction. And one of the dialogue scenes is them training. So the main character Shinji is sitting in his giant robot, and he's training his interface with the machine. So his job is to targets appear on the monitor. His job is just to simply aim the gun at the target and shoot it and hit it. Very simple targeting practice. But he has to not think about the process of him moving the arm so that it'll center in, so you'll get the target into the center of the crosshairs so he can pull the trigger and hit the target. So the mantra is put the target in the center of the crosshairs and pull the trigger. And then a new target will appear someplace else. Put the target in the center of the crosshairs and pull the trigger. He's trying to make it as autonomic of a process so he doesn't actually have to think about it when it's time for him to not think, because he's so PTSD'd from the battle that he can't think, put the target in the center of the crosshairs and pull the trigger. It has to be something you do reflexively. So he doesn't have to worry about, can I think or not? It becomes instincts to attack. And that same process of instinctualizing the process of what you're doing, that's that autonomic effect that we're talking about right now. Anyway, long story short, way too late. I've got a gap here. And I honestly, I'm not sure what I want to do with it. That space is large enough that on other pages, it could warrant an illustration. So you got to get down to a place where, does adding an illustration in this space enhance or detract from the overall page? And this is the kind of instance where, like, I could see there being like pushing this space, this whole block down here to the bottom border, and then opening up this middle space here for something. But I don't know what that something would be right now. So I'm just going to put this one on pause, because I'm not 100% convinced this page is done yet. I mean, obviously the frame aside, like the actual components of the actual page, it's got a gap. And I don't know what I want to fill it with. So I'm just going to keep kicking through the document and resolving stuff as we go. Because this page did not earn a lock today, because I've got that gap that I'm still considering, but I don't know what I want to do with it yet. So I'm going to kick the can on that one down the road and move on to something new. So, but bump. We can get those out of the way, and we add another box. This is the way. I have a vacation day tomorrow, but I've got stuff I have to do. So tomorrow I have doctor stuff. Basically from 9 o'clock I need to gear up and go. From 9 till 2 I'm going to be in the field. And then that's a little thick. I'm going to cheat. Nope. Yeah, I'm just going to trim it just a smidge. There, that feels right. So I plan on having a 3-hour-ish, well, 2.5 hour. I mean, let's be real. Like, when do I actually get up? But we're going to have an extended session tomorrow morning. And then I'm going to have, I'll be back by 2-ish. I should be able to start streaming by 2. And yeah, I'm going to say ish again. But roughly around 2, I'll have basically from 2 till 5 here in Seattle. I'll have basically a 3-hour block of time tomorrow. So tonight, we're doing Super Atomic for a couple hours with AJ Pickett and team. And then I'll be doing, I'll jump on and I'll stream some more Bard subclass redesign for probably an hour or 2 later than that. And then let's drop this down in the right place here. Whoa. How are you the wrong text, my good sirs? Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, hey, that's just wrong. Hold on. There. And hey, what's up? Stat blocks are going to be in Appendix A. All the monster stat blocks and stuff like that. Appendix A is for monsters. Appendix B is equipment and oddities and hazards. Appendix C is alternate plot hooks, expanding the adventure and continuing the campaign. So those are already all blocked off. And we'll have hyperlinks from like a monster, like there's like ghouls that like 9 ghouls attack. You click that, and then that'll take you to the ghoul stat block for you to see that. So it could be some I could end up dropping DM advice down there if I wanted to. That is a viable point. It's gonna have something. It's too much of a blank spot for me to completely ignore it. It needs something, even if it's just like a bullshit like little like equipment or gear or like a close up of we might end up just doing like you know what? That's a great point. Hold on real quick. God damn it, you've got me thinking. Like this would be a cool place. I could have like this is a an anvil and there's blood everywhere. I could potentially like have a simple illustration of an anvil with a hammer on it, and then like with the ground around it, like a scene of the smithy, like a very focused in item scene, like for like atmosphere. I could potentially do that. Or it could be like, here's tools that are on the shelf. Like I could add in some blood splurts or something somewhere around here if I wanted to. I'll figure something out. I don't think there's anything in particular I need to add in as far as like DM advice or anything. I could. I don't know. We'll find out. It's gonna do what it wants to do. I've still got 40 minutes. We're doing good here. But yeah, I really don't need to decide that right now, and in fact, I want to avoid thinking about that specifically. It's going to sort itself out. I will find what that is supposed to be in time. That's part of the can kicking process, is let itself sort itself out. And why is that 4 there? Oh my god, I'm a wreck. Don't mind me, just showing my ass. I've got edit issues on this page. So, what page is this? 19. Let's go to 19. Let's solve our problems. The number 4 that should not be. Come back here, you. Thank you. Where are we at? Like that's, yeah, these are all bold down here. What happened? What happened, guy? What happened with you? Bold, bold, bold. This is page 19. So let's kick down. Well, that ain't right. Hold on. It's just still showing page 14. I don't know why it's locked up like that. Like it says down here, it says, maybe you can't see it. Down here it says page 14 of 100. I don't know why it's not changing the pages, so I gotta figure out where the fuck am I actually at. How obnoxious. You're failing me, Microsoft Word. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. I can't trust anything you say right now. Homestead, that's good. Here we go. Mindlessly feeding. Here we go. These all look fine. And then one day the Fire Nation attacked. What happened? Huh. Okay. I already fixed. Oh, huh. Am I using old pages? Something is definitely, hold on. Something is definitely off. Wait. No, this is the right page. Well, sorry, things feel off. Give me a second here. I mean, those text colors are definitely wrong. $112. $112. 40. $112. Something feels wrong. Let me find another. Here we go. More colors. 80. Yeah, see, I'm not crazy. It is 80. 40, it's 40 for main titles, it's 80 for this, and then it's 112 for interior font space. Like, this should be 112. Do I have my fucking font colors wrong? something is definitely wrong. Let's check this out. Pitch black for title text. This should be 80. $128. Yeah, I've got a color consistency problem somewhere. Fuck off. Curse my vision. All right, well, apparently I've got some problems I'm gonna have to deal with. Oh my god, what a fucking train wreck. We doing good here? Okay, that's all reading as 80, but the other one was reading at 120. What's up with that? Looks like I'm gonna have to go through and fuck all my fonts around. See, that's supposed to be 80. Not cool. All right, well, it looks like I'm going to be spending some time doing like a heavy audit. Not happy. All right, well, let's just keep doing what we're doing. We're gonna drop this out of the way for the time being. No changes right now. We'll figure it out. We'll fix it. I know that this the text block is supposed to be pitch black. That is correct. This is supposed to be 80, but it's not. This I thought was supposed to be 120. That's not coming through. So something's gone wrong. Oh well, we'll fix it. I'll have to just invest a little bit more time off screen to futz all that shit out, but we'll futz it all out. That most importantly though is that this number 4 was already gone. I'm proud of that. But if I hadn't seen that, I wouldn't know everything's fucked. So I'm gonna have to go in and unfuck everything. Damn it. Oh well, it is what it is. Got egg on my face. Big disgrace. Disable the layer. Let's keep doing what we're doing, and we'll get to where we're supposed to be. I really want to audit the whole fucking thing, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Ugh, God, that makes me sad. I'm now concerned about disable the layer, make this transparent. I'm now concerned that I've been using style formatting in the Word, and that I've got my font, that I've got a flaw in my style, so that if I try to fix one thing, it'll adjust elsewhere. I could be looping myself through revising different pages repeatedly as one fixes the other, shifts another. We'll figure it out. So I get paid the big bucks. I'll figure it out. Dude, other than the font being completely screwed up, this page is looking pretty good. Is it? Yeah, that is not the right color. All right, we'll fix that. I'm not going to bore you guys with fixing fonts, but that's something I'll have to spend off time doing. So tonight we're going to do some Super Atomic with AJ Pickett and Fred Wheeler and friends. And we'll then be doing some more Bard subclass rebuilding. And we'll probably do that from like around 7:30 till 9. Tomorrow we'll do more artwork in the morning. So it looks like from 9 till 11 tonight I'm going to be doing font fixing. Not what I anticipated doing with my evening, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Where did my music go? My music stopped. Transform. Duplicate. I don't mind fucking up in front of you guys. We make a mistake, we fix it. It's part of the process. It's just part of the process. Duplicate. Consistency issue here. Not happy with that. Oh well, it'll be fine. I see text. Give me a hot second. I'll get it to you. Hey, what's up? Hey, Gabby. Doing well, my man. Thanks. So far, so good. So what? Merge those layers. Drop down the opacity here. I'll take this. Make sure that's properly lined up. Erase. All that stuff out of the way. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Very good. Very, 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 very good. Disable here. Let's make this transparent. Yeah, this is more of an assembly production day than like art day. Really? I've got. Oh no, yeah. I wanted those there. Just get you. Oh, I see what's happening. Disable. For transform. She's not big enough. Thank you. 20 minutes left. Keep sizing up, buddy. You'll get there. Good. I don't think I want those there. So I'm gonna hit save real quick. And we're going to open Thorpe Bloodied. This is where I'm at. Oh, that's why I missed it. Buildings, commons, roof. Yeah, I don't want those there. So let's go to commons BW. Building. 1, 2. There. Paste. Yeah, let's save that and punt it out of the way. Saving, done. Good. Out of the way. Disable opacity. New piece. Size it right. There we go. Delete. Delete. And I feel like we need to here, and then block. That. Now we need to fade this in. Good, good, good. Okay, good. Yeah, happy again. Back to being happy. Pinching a little bit too close on the text there, so I'm going to fade that away a little bit more just to give it a little bit more breathing room. There. A little more breathing room. Good. Okay, cool. Yeah, that font color issue is pissing me off, but we'll fix it. And put a block. I'm gonna put a lock on you just because the artwork is done. It's good to go. This one is going to be interesting. I'm just taking the same page as duplicating because we're talking about this section 12 is here in the back apartment and office. Section 11. Area 11 is here, the main commons area. Oh yeah, we just did this. Let's grab this and duplicate the layer. Let's go up here to 21. There, like that. Disable layer mask. Transparency. Up. Delete. There. That. Okay, we got a lot of space on this page to play with. Don't know what I want to put in here yet. Text. I do know. Copy. Paste. paste. This over here. Push this up here. Yeah, sorry, not. I'm not able to just freely talk about stuff because I'm having a pseudo focus on what I got going on here. I like doing artwork on this channel, but production, the more into production I get, the less conversational I get. I mean, obviously you guys see that like when I'm doing design work and stuff. Like when I'm typing out design ideas and stuff for like character options and shit. It's far less conversational. I like this morning space because it's more creative. This is far more. Well, it said production a number of times. I'm going to say it one more time. I kind of like. Oh, that's kind of bleeding. Oh, I'm going to fuck around with that for a second. Hold on. Kind of like how that hits. Now I gotta do that on both sides. I don't know if I like that though. Let's take that all away. All right, back into it. Actually, the right answer is create more buffer between those two. So it's more like over here. It needs to fade away from it a little bit more. I like connecting things like that sometimes. I gotta learn when I need to, when it's good or not to do it. And this is an instant where it's not good to do it. Let's drop that down, fade that away, get that line consistent here. I need to put something down in this space. I don't know what that's going to be yet. Probably undead tokens is probably going to end up doing down there. Like illustrations of undead. Ghouls, skeletons, zombies, stuff like that. Go across here like that. How are we doing on time? 46, a little less than 10 minutes left. I'll be posting on my social medias and Discord server when the Super Atomic game goes live this afternoon. And then we'll do some Bard, we'll finish off Bard subclasses. And then tomorrow we'll be working on Warlocks, making sure those are good. There we go. What's up? Hey, right on, Fox. Thanks for hanging out, my guy. I really appreciate you, my man. Yeah, I'm about ready to bounce out of here myself. This page is not done, but it's coming along. I gotta check in on all this font business here. This just feels weird. And hit save here, and I'm going to let's grab something farther back in the book. Let's go to page 50 to 70. Let's peel that open and see what that's looking like. Here. This is that same bit. Yeah, that's 40 like it's supposed to be. Huh. Am I crazy? Yep, this is gonna be 80, right? 40, right. $102. Yeah, it's definitely. Weird. That's just weird. That's 50 to 70. No, I'm just doing some spot checking right now. Let's open up another section. Let's go 33 to 40. Let's see what this area is looking like. It's 102. 40. That feels right. So this should be 0. Good. $102. Okay, well, there it is what it is. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do some spot checking on stuff. Make sure my fonts are actually doing what they're supposed to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for now. We'll be back again. We're gonna do some Super Atomic tonight. I'll post that when we go live with AJ Peckett, Fred Wheeler, Wally DM, and I don't know who else is tagging in with us. And then after that, we'll finish up the 5E24 Color Mana Bards. After that, on my own stream, I'll also post that up. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back for an extended session of us doing... I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow, but we're going to do stuff tomorrow. And then we'll do Warlocks tomorrow in the afternoon. And then we'll be out. And then Monday morning when we come back, I also have vacation on Monday, so I don't know what we're going to be artying in the morning, but we'll do something. And then Monday afternoon and evening, we'll continue working on Martial Powers, probably finishing up all the current set. So, all right, that's it for now, guys. Weird session today. Sorry, something just felt off about the fonts. I'm glad we took the time to look. But so far, so good. The book keeps moving forward. We keep dropping in map pieces. We'll be working on... we'll probably be working on spot illustrations for this stuff pretty soon. Maybe that's what we'll do tomorrow and on Monday. Don't know. All right, we're out for now. I'll see you guys later. Cheers.